So the quarterback market has been making some moves. For one, the Las Vegas Raiders are parting ways with Marcus Mariota, and they're probably going to release him because he's due to make $10.75 million. So they could go ahead and sign their backup halfback to a deal that's 2 years and $11 million up to $14.5 million, which means pretty much Marcus Mariota, the backup QB, isn't getting paid what he wants. But Kenyon Drake, the backup to Josh Jacobs, is getting to get paid way more than Marcus Mariota would have been paid. It makes no sense to me, but the important thing about this is Marcus Mariota is now a free agent, which I honestly think is kind of illogical. I think he's still a great quarterback to potentially invest in. If you're a team that's in the need of an answer at the QB position or you want a slight upgrade, this is a low risk, high reward type of situation with this quarterback. But we have some more quarterback news, and I'm going to get to that in just a second. Before we get to that, I just want to let you guys know we're giving away some autographed NFL memorabilia to a subscriber that turns on our notifications on this channel. So far, we've given away a signed autographed Barry Sanders football. Just let me know in the comment section what you guys would want, and make sure you're subbed and turned on my notifications. If you want additional entries, follow us on Instagram, because once we get to 40,000 followers on Instagram, we'll do more giveaways there as well. We're currently at 38.6K. Now that we got all that out of the way, break! Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? I apologize because I feel like I missed out on getting you guys some news yesterday. I uploaded like 5 videos between all 3 of my channels, from 2 on the Flight Mike channel, 2 on the Microphone channel, 1 on the Flight Mike TV channel. In regards to David Dobrik, you're going to see them in the end screen. But one of the big pieces of news I missed is Patrick Peterson is signing with the Minnesota Vikings on a 1-year, $10 million contract, which I found to be very interesting, to say the least. I thought that Patrick Peterson would have potentially taken a pay cut just to remain with the Arizona Cardinals, because the Cardinals are doing something special down there, man. Their offense looks fully loaded. They just got JJ Watt on the defensive side of the ball. It looks like a pretty sweet situation to stay there. But I know you guys didn't click on this video for Patrick Peterson information. I just thought I'd give you guys a little bit of an update in regards to the Patrick Peterson situation, because I did owe you a video yesterday, and well, I wasn't able to get it to you guys. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about Patrick Peterson's decision to sign a 1-year deal with the Minnesota Vikings as opposed to signing with the Arizona Cardinals. Mike Zimmer has this ability to really squeeze as much juice out of cornerbacks as he possibly can. I remember personally, after Terrence Newman was done with the Dallas Cowboys, he played with the Minnesota Vikings until his late 30s, and he was a pretty good cornerback for the Minnesota Vikings until his late 30s. Maybe we'll see the same with Patrick Peterson, or maybe he's just going to take a lesser, more situational role. Either way, I really would have liked to see him return to Arizona, because they have AJ Green, JJ Watt, Nuke Hopkins, Kyler Murray is really making strides each and every year, and that defense is looking pretty good. Even though they lost Hassan Reddick earlier in the offseason, they still have Budda Baker on the defensive side of the ball, Chandler Jones. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think. We got some news in regards to Mitchell Trubisky. Now, the Chicago Bears yesterday, or 2 days ago, I don't really remember, free agency has just felt like one whole day to me. There was like a bunch of news in regards to their QB situation over the past 48 hours, and we have a video on that as well. It has Russell Wilson on the thumbnail. We uploaded it 2 days ago. But to summarize it, pretty much the Chicago Bears offered 3 first-round picks, 2 third-round picks, and 2 starters in return to potentially trade for Russell Wilson. Now, the Seattle Seahawks turned that down. Then the Bears pivoted and signed Andy Dalton to a 1-year, $10 million contract. Now, obviously, if you're a Bears fan, you're extremely disappointed by this information, but we got some additional news today in regards to the number 2 pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, an individual that was drafted over the likes of Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes, an individual that Ryan Pace, the general manager of the Chicago Bears, thought was the next coming of Drew Brees, and his name is Mitchell Trubisky. Now, look, I'm not going to say Mitchell Trubisky is a remarkable quarterback, but I'm not gonna lie, I think the way this was handled was just terribly. So the info is like this. According to Adam Schefter, former Bears quarterback Mitchell Trubisky is signing with the Buffalo Bills. per Jeremy Fowler, ESPN, and me. Now, he's going to sign a 1-year deal with the Bills, and I'll tell you why I think this is very stupid and very irrational of the Chicago Bears. You see, look, you did draft a player that had a decent first 2 years and then a bad last 2 years and kind of seemed promising in the latter part of last year. But in that scenario, you have leverage over him in any type of contract negotiation. You could easily keep your quarterback, which I guess you could deem a project at this point, on your team for significantly below market value for a quarterback. You could easily pay Mitchell Trubisky like a 2-year, like $14 million deal to keep him around, or even like longer, add more years to that contract to give him the stability that he wants, and invest that capital in other parts of your team. At the same time, you're still exploring whether Mitchell Trubisky is the answer at QB or not. Is the upgrade to Andy Dalton that much better than Nick Foles or that much better than Mitchell Trubisky, to the point where you have to pretty much punt on the guy that you drafted number 2 overall in the NFL draft? I felt like this was just a bad move in general, and as a result, I really don't understand how Ryan Pace is still the general manager of the Chicago Bears, because this isn't like the worst thing he's done, but moves like this just shows you how truly inept an organization is. Now again, I'm not saying Mitchell Trubisky is a great quarterback by any means, but if you have an opportunity to retain your number 2 overall pick for very, very cheap, and he has absolutely no leverage whatsoever, why not go for that? At the end of the day, a huge core component of my philosophy in terms of constructing a NFL roster is first try to assemble all the other pieces, then try to find your quarterback. And the Chicago Bears have multiple holes on their team apart from the quarterback position. So if you have an opportunity to sign your former number 2 overall pick in the 2017 NFL draft for significantly cheaper, kind of similar to what the Patriots did with Cam Newton, and then fill out other holes on your roster before finally figuring it out. Maybe by the time you fill out those other holes, you finally figure out whether Mitchell Trubisky could be the guy moving forward, then why not do it? At the end of the day, as strange as this might sound, I do believe this is the best scenario for Mitchell Trubisky because, well, he's pretty much suited to just be a very above average backup quarterback. He doesn't do anything quite spectacularly, but he isn't horrible to the point where he doesn't belong on an NFL field. As a matter of fact, if you had to come in relief for a quarterback, kind of similar to the way Chad Henne came in for Patrick Mahomes when he got injured in the playoffs, I'd actually feel fairly confident in him, because the issue Mitchell Trubisky had throughout his entire career was he was extremely conservative in his management of football games, and honestly, that's what you typically want from your backup QB. So let me know what you guys think about this move in the comment section down below. Aside from that, I'm your boy Mike, and I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.